Hello, this is Britt Caswell with another example video. In today's video, I'm covering example 2 from section 7-2 in the SavvasRealize Algebra 2 textbook. The goal of today's video is to find reference angles. So remember, a reference angle is an angle that goes between the terminal side and the x-axis. So when we talk about the terminal side, that's a side that moves, right? It is always going to be a positive value. So even if it looks like it would be in the negative direction, we always call reference angles positive values and then change the sign if necessary. All right, so one of the key things to remember is, some of our bigger values. So the positive y-axis, this angle that's made by quadrant 1, covers angles between 0 and 90 degrees. All right, quadrant 2 deals with angles between 90 and 180 degrees. Quadrant 3 deals between 180 and 270, and then quadrant 4 is 270 to 360. So if you know that you're looking for like a 130 degree angle, that's bigger than 90 but less than 180. So we're looking for an angle that's somewhere between here and here. Okay, so that's kind of the name of the game here. So when we're looking for the reference angle, we are actually looking for this angle here. Okay, this is theta. That's what we mean by reference, because it's between this terminal side and the x-axis. So this is a 130 degree angle, right? So this whole blue angle is 130. And so you could see that this blue angle is made up of quadrant 1, which you know quadrant 1 is 90 degrees. And it's made up of this part of quadrant 2, which I'm going to put as polka dots. So since the whole angle is 130 degrees and quadrant 1 made up 90 of those degrees, you could safely say that this polka dotted wedge here is 40 degrees. So the polka dotted wedge and this green wedge, which the green wedge is our reference angle, those together make up quadrant 2. So you know that the polka dotted and the green here is 90 degrees. So if the polka dotted's 40, the green is 50. So our reference angle here is 50 degrees, not 50%. Good Lord. Alrighty, so now let's try another one. So again, I'm going to start out by drawing my initial side on the x-axis. It's always there, right? It's called the standard position. All right, and our reference angle is 210 degrees. So that's between 180 and 270, which means that it's chilling out here somewhere in quadrant 3. All right, so let's describe this angle. So you could see here it's made up of quadrant 1, quadrant 2, and this part of quadrant 3. Okay, so this part is 90. This is another 90, so here we're at 180 degrees. And then to get that green part to go to 210, 210 minus the 180 that I have means that this is 30 degrees here in the green wedge. Now, that green wedge is the part between my terminal side and the x-axis. So that is my reference angle. So notice the difference between A and B. On part A, my reference angle was not a part of the angle that we were given. But on part B, my reference angle is a portion of it. The only thing that I really care about is between that terminal side and the x-axis. So depending on, where that terminal side lies, that's how we're going to find our reference angle, okay? So now let's look at option C. So option C says a reference angle is 45 degrees and its terminal side lies in quadrant 4. So let's start with that quadrant 4 and then we'll deal with the reference angle, okay? So quadrant 4 is this bad boy down here. Thank you, Sticky Keys, for that pop-up. And so the reference angle, so between the terminal side and the x-axis, which is this green wedge, that is the 45 degrees that they're referencing. Now the thing is that they are asking for us to find the measure of this angle. So they are asking for everything except for that 45 degrees. Now what's kind of nice about this one is, do you see how the angle that we're trying to find and that reference angle make up a full circle? So if I really wanted to, I could just do 360 minus 45 and I'd get 315 degrees. But I'm also going to show you how to piece it together like we've been doing. So I'm just shading my quarters that I see. So here is 90 degrees. Quadrant 2 here puts us at 180. Quadrant 3 puts us at 270. And then the polka dotted one, you know that polka dotted one and the green one make 90 degrees, so the polka dotted one is 45 degrees. So another way to get it would be to do 90 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 45 degrees. And if you put that in your calculator, you'll get 315 as well. Okay, so there's two ways for you to get that. Now these are the positive ones, right? To get the negative one, the negative is just going the other way. And so the negative angle measurement is just negative 45 degrees because it takes into account that reference angle. Alrighty, so now that we have a little bit of practice, let's go ahead and let's try it out. So I'm just drawing a couple of coordinate planes on here. They don't have to be perfect, but there they are. So this one says that there's a reference angle of 10 degrees in quadrant 3. So quadrant 3 is down here. And they're saying that the reference angle is 10 degrees. So that means that between the x-axis and this terminal side is 10 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and color that green. And so if we're looking for that angle measurement, we're looking for all of this. Right? So if I start shading blue, here's 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and then if I add that 10 degrees on there, we'll get to our terminal side. Alright, so my angle measurement, 90 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 10 degrees. That gives me 190 degrees total for my angle measurement. Alright, now part B says 15 degrees in quadrant 1. So quadrant 1 is right here. And they're saying that this green wedge, oops, that's not my shading tool, sillies. There we go. So they're saying that green wedge is 15 degrees. Well, that is the angle, isn't it? So our positive angle measurement, oops, is 15 degrees. So there we have it, guys. That is how to find reference angles and how to use reference angles to find your initial angle. Until next time.